Anyway, so this is the market, okay? The first thing that's a pro about the market is noodles. Who wants some noodles? It's your boy Astro here, back at it again with another video. How y'all doing? What up? If you can't tell where we are, then you better get with the times, because we're living in Pyro in 4.0. This is prepping for 4.0, prepping for Pyro. Where do you start? What is your home location? And today we have chosen to start in Pyro. I'll give you the pros and cons of this. If you like that sort of thing, you know what to do. Smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also hit that notification bell so you know when I go live, which is every day, Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All that wonderful stuff, plus new videos every day. So that's why you hit that notification bell. You can also hit that join button down below to become a member. Help support me and the Astro Mercenaries, because I am doing this content creation full time now. So thank you guys for your support. And you get double giveaway chances as a member. Speaking of giveaways, there's a giveaway going on right now. Hey, yo, Giveaway Manny, can you tell them about the giveaway, please? Hey guys, Giveaway Manny here, back at it again. Thank you, Present Manny, for the introduction. And you're doing so great, looking good. The channel's doing awesome. Thank you for all your hard work, Present Manny. Here we are on another giveaway for 7,000 subscribers. This is what this giveaway is. You did such a good job on getting 6,000 so fast. We're doing another one before the end of the year. That is, when we get to 7,000 subscribers before the end of the year, before it becomes 2025, then I'm giving away a F7C Mark II Hornet Ghost with some extra paints, possibly, if we get to 7,000 before the end of the year. So smash that like button and share the video around so we can get to 7,000 faster, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already, because that's how we get there. So how do you enter this giveaway, you may ask? Well, you enter the giveaway by liking and commenting on every video from now until the giveaway ends, okay? You have to like and comment in the video, and in the comment, you have to use the code word that is going to be somewhere in the video. So therefore, the videos, you're going to have to watch all the way through and find the code word in the video. There's a code word somewhere in the video. You guys have been doing such a great job on finding that code word and making fun comments with those code words. So a random video is going to be picked from now until we hit 7,000. And you make sure you're liking and commenting in those videos. That's how you enter. Use the code word, all those wonderful things. F7C, Mark II, Hornet Ghost. That's the giveaway. 7,000 subscribers. I'll see you when we get there. And back to you, Present Manny. Thank you, Giveaway Manny, for that wonderful information. So here we are, guys, in Pyro. We're in specifically Rune Station. Okay, we're specifically in Rune Station. And this is my tour of Rune Station to give you the pros and cons of starting in Pyro and stuff like that. I don't know how deep I'm going to go into this, because there's a lot of cons about starting in Pyro, and there's actually a lot of pros about starting in Pyro. But this isn't particularly going to be about the station itself, not necessarily how hard it is going to be to live in Pyro compared to living in Stanton. We're going to leave that for maybe a future video, comparing the fact that you might have a difficult time surviving in the start of Pyro than surviving in Stanton. This is going to be more about just the station, but we'll touch on that difficulty a little bit as well. So let's wake up, get up, and start our day. I thought there was a person in my hab with me. I guess he's gone, so that's good. One thing to mention, starting your habitation here in Pyro, in Rune Station, is it's a complete, absolute disaster, fiasco, freaking hellhole. That's okay. For some people, it's kind of not okay with me. I don't want to live in a pile of shit. That's just my first con. Some people might actually enjoy the look of it, and that's a pro for them. That's an opinionated pro and con, okay? We're gonna not talk about bugs, okay? Because hopefully that most of the bugs will be taken care of when stuff goes live and stuff. Of course, there's still gonna be bugs when this does go live, That's unavoidable. That's going to be okay. I will cover all that stuff and I will tell you all the workarounds and all that stuff. So that's why you hit the notification bell, so you know how to survive in Star Citizen and all that wonderful stuff, because Astro Manny has all the answers to beat Chris. That's why you come here. You want to beat Chris? Come hang out. Anyways, so we've just left the habitation in Rune Station in the Pyro system. Okay, so starting off again, it's a shit show in here. All right, we just left our habs. Rune Station's a little bit different than the other stations in Pyro, but that's why we're choosing Rune Station, because it kind of is the most unique. So we're going to talk about it. We're still in the hab area. To leave the hab area, you go to these, you follow the exit signs. It's still fairly simple, just like anything else. You just follow the signs and you shouldn't get lost that much. So we're going to lead the habs by going through the exit sign. All right. So the thing you need to know about Rune Station is your habs are here. Okay. So you got your habs. There's no map. Like, I can't show you a map other than using the Mobi-Glass. Like the other places. The other places have maps. This doesn't really have one. But I can give you the best tour possible of Rune Station to help you guys out. So anyways, the habs is here, right? This is where you come out of. This is the central part of Rune Station right here, where it says hangar transit is in this direction. That's the way to the hangars. But this is the center spot. This is where you see everything, okay? If you turn around, you have hangar transit, right? If you turn around, you have the hangars. If you look this way, you see habitations, you see market, and you see the medical clinic. That is basically the gist of Rune Station on Pyro. You come from the habs, there's the market, and there is the clinic, and then there's the hangars. That's basically it. It's really simple. That's one of the biggest pros about being in a space station, and you can start in a space station. That is crazy cool, but you're starting in Pyro. So that's the downside, right? Anyways, that's what it is. That's what I'm going to give you in Rune Station. So if you can follow just the fact that you stand in this spot and you can see everything by rotating in a circle, then you're good. You probably won't get that lost. All right. We're going to quickly go to the medical clinic and just talk about the medical clinic real quick. Of course, the front desk has your patient check-in. And then back here, you have your buying medical supplies. And then you have your putting your insurance and your regeneration here as well. Don't mind all the dead bodies. Again, this is Pyro. It's a hellhole in here. Do with it as you will. If this is where you want to live, that's up to you. I'm just giving you options. All right. So that is the medical clinic. Okay. Then we have the market. We'll go and check out the market for you guys here. That's the next step in talking about the pros and cons. This does say the best in Pyro. I might actually agree with that. There's also the Ghost Arena, which is the contested zone. We'll talk a little bit about that. If you guys want contested zone content, let me know down below in the comments of this video, because I want to give you guys contested zone content, but it's not quite ready for YouTube videos. So we'll see as the time comes. They will definitely, when this goes live, I will give you the full on tutorial treatment of how to do contested zones and how to do it right and how to do it perfect, because I got you guys. All right. But for the EPTU, we'll see. If you really want to see videos on it, let me know down below. Anyway, so this is the market. Okay. The first thing that's a pro about the market is noodles. Who wants some noodles? I don't know why they don't do it anymore. In the EPTU, in the test preview that they did a year and a half ago during the summertime of last year of 2023, they gave us access to Pyro for a test preview. And the only thing you can hear when you go into the marketplace is, who wants some noodles? Who wants some noodles? That was the best fucking thing ever. They don't do that anymore, but there's still a noodle shop. But anyways, here's the market. We just entered the market. The market can be a little confusing. We'll talk real quick about the cons of this. There's no cruise. There's no purified water. There's the food kind of sucks for filling up your hydration and filling up your hunger bar. As you can see, you can eat these worms. You have reclaimed water. So your options for food is not very great. Your options for hydration are not very great. Just know that when you're starting at Pyro, it can be hard to keep your hydration and food up. You have reclaimed water. You have rust bottles, apparently. You have, again, more sea nuts, fried sea nuts. That's your choices of surviving. There's your Ghost Arena. That's a contested zone entry place. There's your admin. This is where you can buy commodities. Okay. So in Rune Station, your admin station is straight to the right when you enter. You just see the noodle shop. You take a right, and then behind your Rust store, there is the administration desk. That is it for Rune Station. Straight from the entrance of Rune Station, you will find your gun store and your armor store. So right here you have sharpshooters, which is your gun stand. This is not the only place you can buy guns and armor. Okay, here's the armor stand. These are a secondary place to actually buy guns and armor. It's actually more expensive to buy your gear and armor at this stands than the one upstairs that I'm going to show you in a second. But they do have a different shop. Like, they do have different things here. There's different guns and different armor at these shops, but the ammo and stuff costs twice as much as the one upstairs. So do know about that. There's also other entrances to Ghost Arena down here and stuff. So again, if you want to know more about contested zones, let me know down below. But yeah, so there's shops for weapons and there's shops for gear down on the lower level. That's basically it for Rune Station on the lower level. There's a bunch of entryways to the Ghost Arena, which is the contested zone. But other than that, that's the market. We're going to quickly show you where the stairs are to get to the top. If you go to the noodle shop and you take a left at the water station and you go to this like little entryway, this is where the stairs are to go up to the other shops. Make sure you take a left when you get up to the top of the stairs, and you will find the actual gun store and the ship parts store. Okay, so this is where you'll find the other two shops in Pyro, and they kind of look the same in all the stations. It has a different layout at Checkmate and Arbitrary, but it's the same shops, and they have the same exact things in the shops. So this is the other gun store, other gear store. This has different guns and different armor and is actually cheaper than the other store. So just so you know about that. Then there's the ship parts. There's not a whole lot of selection here. Pyro's selection is very limited. This is another con of starting in Pyro. You don't have any good quantum drives or shields or things like that. You have a couple good weapon choices, but you don't have any good systems choices. So that's a big con about starting in Pyro. Also, your armor and weapons is kind of a con in starting in Pyro. You don't have a lot of good choices. You can buy FS9s here, so that's a pro. You can buy FS9s in Pyro if you're that guy who always has an FS9 on them. That is a pro. So the market here in Pyro is really simple. It can be a little bit confusing to navigate. So give or take what you think is a pro and a con there. And that's the market for you. We already showed off the clinic and we've already talked about the habs. The only thing left to talk about is the hangar. Wait a minute. There's more to talk about than just the hangar. Okay. Because there is a refinery deck and there is a cargo deck as well. But those are all accessible from the hangar. So as you see me going through, this is where the hangar is. There's lots of different ways to get to the ASOP terminals. You can go down these stairs. You can go wherever you want. I just tend to take a left or a right and just drop down. So I beat the stair game. As you can see, there's stairs right here. You could definitely just take the stairs if you don't want to drop down. And there's ASOP terminals on the right. There's ASOP terminals on the left. There's plenty of ASOP terminals around, just so you know. Next, we're going to go into an elevator without calling a ship, because this is how you get to the cargo deck, the refinery deck. Oh, and a ship dealership. I forgot about that. It does have a ship dealership. So we're going to check out all three of these locations and talk about them and talk about the pros and cons. We'll start with the cargo deck. Again, big pro of starting at Pyro is you're in a space station. Again, but you're also in Pyro. So there's that too. We're going to start with the cargo deck. We're going to get off here. It's still a mess. Still big cons for me. Sometimes that can be pros for some people. We're not going to go too crazy into exploring the cargo deck and refinery, and we're going to keep it real simple. As you can see, it's kind of hard to miss the area for commodity trading and stuff like that. So you can buy some cargo stuff, the multi-tools. I'm sure there's SCU boxes, maybe, possibly. I can't show that off right now because I forgot there's an inventory bug currently. But this is where you would buy your multi-tools, your cargo gear, your SCU boxes. It's all right here. Yeah. As you can see, there's very limited supplies. There's crews here, guys. Holy fuck. I don't know if you could buy it at the kiosks. But there's crews at the counter. That's game changing. That's game changing. Let's stop right now and recognize that in the cargo deck, I've been to the cargo deck before, but like this has never dawned upon me that there's cruise supply right here. So Pyro just became more pro because you can find crews at the cargo deck. So yeah, cargo deck has a lifeline of crews, just so you guys know. That's a pro. Also, we're at a space station that has a cargo deck and a refinery. Those are also pros of starting in Pyro. Pyro looks really good on the outside because you're looking at starting at a station and you don't have to deal with the fact that you're starting in a city. Very, very, very solid pros. But can I remind you, you're in Pyro and you can get shot any second. All right. You're in the lawless zone of Referland. Okay. Here we are going to the refinery deck. It's pretty simple. You can't really get lost again. It just, you follow the signage. It says shops in that direction. So just follow. Right? How you doing today, sir? Refinery deck. You follow the signage. Really easy. Boom. Here's where you have your ore sales, just like you would at any refinery station. Here's where you do your refinery center stuff, where you refine your items. It's as simple as that. You're basically done. There's a shop over here. I do not know what is in the shop as far as gear and mining supplies. As you can see, there's some backpacks. There is some gadgets. So there is some mining heads, helixes, and everything. So I don't know what the actual full inventory list is, and it's kind of subject to change. So stay tuned for more videos on that. But that's a pro. That is a pro, that you have a refinery deck with good supplies. Let's see if this shop terminal works. It does not. Sadly, the terminals and inventory is broken, so I can't give you guys what is here. But it's a refinery deck in your starting location, right? So for you miners, for you people trying to strike great money, maybe Pyro is a pro for you. You have a refinery deck right here. You have a cargo deck right here. Do you risk going out and mining in Pyro solo? Or do you bring friends? I don't know. I don't know. You let me know down in the comments. You let me know how you feel about that. All right. Next, we're going to talk about the ship dealership that you have on your Pyro station. You know what? I was coming in here ready to roast on Pyro, guys. But, bro, this station is fire. It looks like shit, but it's ships for sale, buy and fly, ready to launch. So this is where you can buy ships. Speaking of things like that, you know, there is our code word for today's video. Friday's Pyro Rune Station's code word is ready to launch. Exactly how it is here. Ready to launch. Ready with a 2, launch. Code word for Friday's video is ready to launch. Okay. So this is where you can buy things. It seems you can buy some dragonflies and some ground vehicles. This is your buy and fly. There's some Cuddy Reds. There's some prospectors. There's a Tonka tank. There's a vulture back there. That's actually pretty cool. This is actually pretty cool. I want to see what else they have on the showroom floor. A buccaneer. That's about it, right? As far as what they actually have to sell, I don't know if we can buy right now with the inventory issues. We can take a look. I doubt it, though. Your transaction has failed. Yeah. So the inventory issues are a problem here in the purchasing ships as well. If you guys want to know what ships you can buy, what refinery products you can earn, and other stuff like the cargo deck, let me know down below in the comments, and I will make another video actually going over that stuff in depth on all the things that you can buy in the Pyro stations. I'm not going to do that in this video because this is about the Pyro stations benefits and cons alone. But if you want to know specifically each item that is in each shop, let me know down below if that's something that you guys want to know. But yeah, remember, I already told you guys the code word. All right, so that is basically it. Like I said, it's got a refinery deck, a cargo deck, a ship dealership. It's got your market. It's got your HABs. It's got your medical. The last thing I want to talk about is the actual stations flying, or like the station outside itself. So we're going to fly around and talk about it. We're just going to take out my Gladius for now. I will, I guess, put things on it because I don't want to fly a stock Gladius. Oh, inventory doesn't work. So how can I do that anyways? I don't think I can. Yep. Inventory doesn't work. So we're flying the stock Gladius. That's fine. We're not going anywhere. We're just showing you the station. Okay. Cool beans? Cool beans. One thing I want to talk about the station we are currently at, that is kind of a pro and a con situation, is we are at Rune Station. I am covering Rune Station, and we'll talk about the locations of the stations real quick, okay? So real quick, I'll talk about how we are on Rune Station on Pyro. Okay, Rune Station is next to All right. I might not be able to show you guys the outside of the station today. Rune Station is on Terminus, okay, which is Pyro 6. Okay, Pyro 6 is the furthermost planet of the Pyro system. Apparently we went too far out. Terminus is Pyro 6, the furthermost planet in the Pyro system. So you are really far away from things starting at Rune. That could be a pro or a con, depending on the type of person you are. You are out in the middle of nowhere and not in the middle of the system, where I'm assuming most player interaction will be. And there's lots of clusters of mining rocks and stuff to go mine and things like that and stuff at Rune Station, so that can be a pro. But again, player interaction could be a con. Arbitrary is off of Bloom, which is Pyro 3. And that's the location that you would be if you're on Bloom or on Arbitrary, right? So that's for you guys to know about that. It's actually right on Bloom. So you would have to zoom all the way in the Bloom to see where Arbitrary is. It's making life difficult on me. Let's just click on that. There you go. So there's Arbitrary. All right. That would be kind of center of Pyro Station if you were to choose that location. And then Checkmate is kind of actually a little bit even closer. It's on the Pyro 2 belt. It's in a Lagrange point of Pyro 2. So it's actually even a little bit closer to the center of the system. So those are your information on the other Pyro stations. Just quickly and giving you that. Just showing you Rune Station that I've chosen to give you a tour of is way out here in the middle of nowhere, but it's also the most unique station of the Pyro stations. So now what I wanted to show you was indeed the outside of Rune Station and all the stations. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. It seems that we are in Pyro Hell with all the other players that have fallen into it. This build that I'm showing you guys, Pyro, is actually a really, really bad build. I probably shouldn't have done this video during this build, but it is what it is. And I'm out, so this is actually okay. We can still show you what I wanted to show you about Pyro, about Rune Station, okay? This is fine. This is fine that I'm an EVA, okay? It actually doesn't matter the fact that I'm an EVA and whatnot. I wanted to give you guys a look of what the Pyro stations look like. This is actually really cool doing this. It's quite beautiful. It's actually quite beautiful. Don't you guys think that looks good? That looks good. That looks good. That looks awesome. So these are what the Pyro stations look like. This is the last thing I'm going to leave you with in our tour of Pyro Station on its pros and cons. I think I've done a good job on being unbiased and showing how actually good starting on a Pyro Station will be. But just remember, you are starting in Pyro. You are in a lawless world. And if it was up to me, I would like to start in Stanton to where you can build something before you come to Pyro, and then you could come and live in Pyro and move there with all your supplies instead of coming to Pyro right away. There will be a 0 to hero where I had taken alt account and I do start on Pyro and I live off of just living in Pyro and surviving in Pyro in a 0 to hero. So if you want to see that done, that will come out eventually after 4.0 comes live. How long will it take till we get to make that series? I don't know. We'll see. It depends on how crazy the wipe is and how fast we progress and all the things that 4.0 has to offer. But this is the Pyro Station. The last thing I want to leave you with about Pyro Station is the pads. The pads on Pyro Station are actually underneath the station. This is the top of the station. I guess in space, what is top and bottom? But I mean, sometimes you can kind of just know what is top and bottom, right? So this is the top of the station. As you can see, it has words on it and all the hangers are up here. You can see that there are hangers everywhere. You see all those are hangers. This is the top of the station. The pads are directly in the middle. You see this big circle? The pads are directly in the middle, but underneath. So you have to fly underneath the station to see the pads. I don't know if you guys want to wait for me to do that. It's kind of, I kind of flew up quite a bit of ways. Maybe this is the end of the video. Maybe it's not. So, yeah, that's my pros and cons. This is Pyro. I don't recommend starting here, but starting in a station does have its benefits. This is my summary. Starting in a station has lots of benefits. It looks like shit. It has benefits. It looks like shit. It's Pyro, not Stanton. Your choice. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything in particular. If you want to know more about contested zones and you want to know about the shop's inventories, do let me know down below as well. But yeah, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. I can't wait for 4.0 to come live so that we can go on this journey together. It's going to be awesome, exciting, and I can't wait. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to drift to the bottom of the station to show you the pads, but I'm done talking. If you want to see the bottom of the pads, enjoy the silent cruise for the next 2 minutes, probably. So thank you, guys. And that's the pads. There you go.